Welcome back to Upper Michigan. Today we are now about to get in the rig, the ambulance, and we are going to go on a ride along. So come on and hop in with us. Watch your step. So, Eric, this is something that I've never done before. Tia is in the front, so Tia will be our passenger princess and will navigate us through where we are going. And then we are just going to see what you guys do when it's time to.
I would sit down though.
Answer a call. So first, you want to sit down? Yep.
If you want to record out the front,
we are going to sit down, and we are now moving. So when you guys are, when you guys have a call, what is the first thing that happens? Obviously you turn on the lights, hope people move out the way.
Yeah, we get dispatched through central dispatch, like I said earlier. They'll page us out and tell us where to go, what we're going to do. We don't necessarily always go with lights and sirens on. We judge what the call is going to be. If it's crazy serious, yeah, we're going to put lights and sirens on. We're going to get there as quick as we can, but as safely as we can. Most of the calls, we don't use lights and sirens. It's relatively dangerous to drive with lights and sirens. People don't seem to know what to do. You're supposed to pull over to the side of the road and stop. A lot of people don't pull over to the side of the road and stop. They stop in front of you, or they pull to the left, or something like that. So there's a lot of evasive driving, and you got to pay super close attention.
Has there been any scenario where you guys had to go to a call and it was like a traffic jam and it really pushed you guys back a lot?
Oh yeah, construction zones. M28 east right now heading to Munising, there's one of the lanes is blocked. So if that lane is blocked and there's traffic, a line of traffic 2 miles long coming the other way, you might just not be able to get through that. A lot of times they'll hear the siren coming, so they
oh, there we go. I wonder if people will pull over.
They might, I don't know. They'll hear the siren coming, they'll stop traffic on each end, and they'll tell us which lane to drive in so it's safe. But a lot of times when we come up to those zones, I'll just shut it off and we'll stop, because you don't want to create more problems. And if we get in an accident, we can't get to you.
This car gets a gold star.
Has there
This car
ever
gets
been a
gold
time
star.
where how difficult is it to navigate through traffic when you do have the
Gold
lights on,
star for the
especially when you
Honda.
have a patient here and you're trying to get them back to the hospital as quickly as possible? How difficult is to manage that type of timing?
It's difficult because you're usually driving a little bit faster. If we need to go lights and sirens back to the hospital, if we have one of those situations back here that's really serious, I'll usually tell my partner I want to get there with lights and sirens on, but more importantly, I want a smooth ride. Because if I have to be up, we're supposed to be belted in back here, to be safe. If I have to be up working on the patient, then I don't want to be thrown around.
Tia,
Yeah?
how's it going up there?
Oh, it's going well. All of the cars on this side of the road pulled over, moved to the side for us, so they all get a gold star. But my question for you, Eric, is do cars on the other side of the road have to pull over and stop as well as the ones on us?
Yes, especially like on Washington Street where we just went down. You need to pull over whether you're heading east or west. You need to pull over to the right side of the road and you need to stop, because we need to go down the middle of the road. We need to get around you. And if there's still traffic coming in the lane towards you and the people don't stop in front of you, we can't get through. So pull over to the right, stop your car, let us by, and then get back out into traffic safely.
Nice. Tia, can you ask Kayla what are the different codes that they use on the radio to let them know what to do,
Yeah.
what situation they're going into?
Kayla, John is curious about the different codes that you would use on the radio for different situations that you might go into.
So typically for us, we will usually just call for Central and we will give our unit number. Me and Eric are 141, so we would usually say Central 141. And if we're going to be en route somewhere, we'll say we're en route. If we've arrived, we'll tell them we've arrived. And if we have transporting, we will let them know we're transporting. Or if we need help, we just kind of just tell them what we need and they'll send whatever we need or mark down whatever we just did.
And Kayla, I noticed you on your dial, you have a couple of different types of wee-woos. This is Yelp. We were just on Whale before. Is there a specific reason you would turn on one over the other?
I switch between Yell and Whelp just because sometimes when you come in through the intersection, sometimes people will hear the siren coming through and you kind of just want to change up that tone so they're a little bit more aware that there's an ambulance coming and they can stop.
Okay, so it's not like when it's beeping faster, it's a greater emergency. It's just to get people's attention.
Yes, just to get people's attention, kind of give them a little bit more heads up that we just need to get them to move over so we can come through.
Is it typically a team of two in an ambulance?
Typically it's just two. Sometimes we do have students that ride with us, or we have new employees that will ride with us, and we'll kind of teach them our ways and let them know how we do things, and then eventually they can be, which is a partner.
Yeah. And now here we are back in the ambulance garage. So
We made it back.
we did.
Wow.
We're going to park, it looks like.
That's great. That's great. So we're going to transition into the area where they take the patient and we can, see how they check their vitals to see what type of treatment they may need. You may see either me or Tia hooked up to that type of equipment. So you can catch that in the next 3 minutes. So stay with us.